Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and our guest. So tonight I'm going to be doing a series, a presentation from the Successful Club series, Toastmasters Successful Club series. And today's topic is going to be closing the sale. So the reason for this series is to help members have better club meetings, better effective club meetings. So, our prospective guests, members can have a better feel, to what the program, to what the Toastmasters is about. So, dive right in. For us to be able to have guests that can, actually turn to, members, Toastmasters members, we have to have certain standard in place to ensure that, when these guests, they come to the Toastmasters meeting, they're convinced to the point where they want to become actual members, right? And for us to be able to do that, we have certain standards that we have to adhere to be able to get, these members, our prospective members, to see value in how Toastmasters can help them and also improve, whatever goals they have set inside. So one of it is a meeting standard is to ensure that meetings begins and end on time. And we are professionals, we're all busy people. Time is of the essence in most of our time. I know most people that are here today actually, squeeze out time to ensure that they attend the meeting so they can have, the advantage of getting to learn either public speaking, confidence, whatever the case may be. So time is very important. We start on time and we finish on time. The participants too, that's the already existing Toastmasters that are going to be participating in the meeting, they come prepared, they arrive on time, and they set the stage. Also, club officers fulfill their responsibilities. And how do they do this? They do this by ensuring that they know what their responsibility is going to be way ahead of time, and they're prepared. So by the time they come into the meeting, they're confident enough to execute their duties. That way, the new members are seeing that there's a flow in these meetings. That's, Then, yes, the meeting proceeds at a very good pace. This one is also one of the very important ones. It's very important that, we manage the space very well. And when we're done using the space, we ensure that the podium, if you will, is not empty, and the transition from one speaker to another or from one officer to another is very smooth. So that way, there's no time being wasted. And also members are enthusiastic. Sorry for my pronunciation. This also encourages new members to get excited about the program and also the possibilities of what they will be getting when they become actual members. So every project is from the pathway, and we do this because Toastmasters has a pathway system, which when you guys come as new members, you're going to be learning what the pathway is about. It's a structured system to make sure that you're getting value for your time and you're following step-by-step process to ensure that you reach your goal at a certain pace. So now, with that being said, we have three situations. I don't know if I should call it a situation, but we have three ways where we can get members to, between the club and the new members, we get them to kind of get in the program, So we have the win-win, the win-lose, and the lose-lose situation. So the win-win basically is when, the club and the members, they actually get excited about the program. And when the new prospective member decides to join the club, it's a win for the club because now we have a new member and the member is excited because now they feel they're in an environment where they're going to be getting mentorship. They're going to have, build their confidence, work on their speaking skills. So it's a win-win, right? The other one is the win-lose situation where we eventually get the member, but there's kind of like the factor somewhere where the member is kind of like, I don't know if this is the right decision. with this kind of mindset, there's a possibility that, somewhere along the line, the excitement is going to dwindle down and, we end up losing that member. And it's a win for the club because we got the member to start, but it's a loss for the new member that might decide to not show up or not be excited about the program. Then we have the lose-lose situation where a member comes into the meeting and be like, no, I don't think this is right for me. We as a club, we don't get your membership. And you as an individual, you don't get the opportunity to work on your confidence, to get the opportunity to build on yourself and build on your goals. So these are the benefits, of joining the Toastmaster International, right? You get to have improved speaking. I remember for one, I joined this club. When I joined, I told you guys my story earlier. I was very nervous. I didn't like talking in front of people, standing. I say a lot of you-knows. You can hear that. I still do. It has reduced. I'm still working on it. But I had certain goals that I came here to work on. And, one of them right now is me standing here and giving this speech, right? So I have improved in my speaking abilities. I have leadership too is another one that, I shy away from naturally. I don't want to be seen. But, I have taken the opportunity, both in this club, in my personal life and other business adventures. I've tried to push myself into leadership position thanks to this meeting. So these are some of the benefits, better social skills. I used to shy away from the internet. I used to shy away from talking to people, even one-on-one conversation. I don't want to do that. I just want my space, right? But all of those things are things that have improved over time because I have been able to plug into the system in the Toastmasters Club. So now we know the benefits. We're going to close the sale. And how do we do this? We compare, we lose, we use opinions, we use stories, and we use examples. So comparison, for example, there are a lot of programs out there that offers you improved communication, teaching, if you will. And some of these programs are very expensive. But with Toastmasters Club, with a little dollar or little cents per day, you will be able to join a community where you can be able to work on your speaking skills and actually improve on it, right? We have the lose. If you don't join, you don't get to win. You don't get to work on yourself, right? So it's a loss for you. Then we have the opinions. It's good to ask for the opinions of the new members. So we do that, if you're regular, if you're a visitor and you're regular in a meeting, we tend to ask you what your opinion is about the meeting. So this way you get a sense, like we get a sense of how you feel about, the Toastmasters meeting. Then storytelling is another important aspect for closing. I like using my own self, even when I'm talking to my kids, I use my own self to give examples. And that's where you can connect, just the same way I did in the previous slides, and also use examples to push out the points on why, this is the best choice for you. Then we get to the point where the member is excited, they want to join the club. This is where the vice president comes in. The vice president of membership helps the new member to go through the form, which I'll just put, go through the different method or different ways where new members can join. And there's an application form that's, the VP of membership or any other member or maybe a sponsor that recommended, the prospective member can help you, fill out the form. And with this form, we know more about you. We know, basically details that Toastmasters International will use to put you in the system to get recognition, I guess. Then when you're filling out the form, new members, you don't know this, but like I said, the VP of membership will be helping. We have different type of status, right? We have the new status, the reinstated, the renewing, doer, and transfer. So new basically is what it is. You're new to the club. You're new to Toastmasters International. Then there's reinstated. I came as a reinstated member because I started a couple of years in the US, and for some reason I stopped attending. But over time, I came back here. So I came back as a reinstated member. I think I get 20 minutes. Sorry about that. Then renewing members, then there's dual members, and there's transfer. Maybe you're moving from a different club. I think James up there, James is my neighbor, by the way. He's going to be coming in as a transfer because we did talk and he said something about, being members in other clubs. So yeah, or dual. No, it falls into the dual if he decides, to join us tonight. So then there's financial aspect of it. For new members pay, there's a $20 fee, one-time fee that you get to pay. And, once you pay this fee, it goes directly to the Toastmaster International Club. And, there's also fee for the club as well, which will be explained to the members. Then for transfer members, they don't get to pay the $20 fee because they've already paid it. They just pay, what is due to the Toastmaster International, also to the club. And for every other member, they don't get to pay the $20 fee. It's just, what is due to Toastmasters International and for the club as well. Then, when you're filling out the form, there's a space for the recruiter's information. Recruiter basically is just the person that is recommending the new member to the club. And, sorry, I touched something. Okay, so fill out the application for the membership. This is the application where you put in the financial information, maybe your card information. Is also imperative you put in your signatures for the new members, and also the club officer that is going to be signing. And in conclusion, this is a conclusion we're getting. In conclusion, we're excited as a club to have new members. We're excited for what the members are going to be learning. Yes, we're excited for meetings. The meeting is kind of like our selling points, the mentors that the members are going to be getting, the material and the information. And, we just strive for a win-win. And we think, this is a great place for new members to be able to achieve that. Back to you, Kim.